Okay, thank you, George. I'm going to talk for the next 15 minutes. Feel free to ask any questions, and then we will open also questions at the end of the webinar. First of all, I would like to talk about the iceberg model of, I said investment behavior, but at the end is like you can apply this modelo for everything. So what happened? Like, let's see. If everyone think about an iceberg, maybe you didn't see an iceberg, but most of us, I think, we watched Titanic, and everyone knows that under the water there is way more ice than up. So um, when we are thinking about how we behave, the behaves is something that we actually see, because you can see how someone behaves being a good person or like being nice or like or being acting afraid, right? And then depending on the behaves that we have, we get some results. That's something that it's above the water, something that we see. And we have to consider something that is behind the water, that is the emotions and the mindset. When we think about our actions, we need to start thinking about our emotions. And we have very low knowledge about emotions, as we have very low knowledge of our finance. Why do we have to understand this? This is the brain, and we have the limbic system. In the limbic system, we have something that it's called amygdala. Most of us, maybe you heard about it, right? So in the amygdala, in the limbic systems are the emotions. If we cannot recognize what we are feeling, and we cannot put a word of what we are feeling, a part of like joy, happiness, fear, the typical ones, maybe some of them are frustration. Like, we live in a society that for some reasons we were not able to express, our generation, at least the new generations, they are more free, but our generation older than we are, I'm 37, we didn't really talk about emotions. So what happened when we don't tell the brain we are feeling this? We don't allow the prefrontal cortex, that it's the part of the brain that allows us to act rationally, logically. We don't allow this part of the brain to act well. And what happened in the market? That the movements in the market are not because of the market, are because of the behavior of the people. Sometimes, and stock, yeah, in the quarter definition, maybe the stock will go up and down. But the reason why the stock goes up and down is not because the company goes and clicks the button. It's because people buy or sell. And that's what makes the market move. So if we panic because the seat speak, o como se llame eso, how is it called, the ChatGPT, the Chinese version? I always forget the name.
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek. You know what happened with DeepSeek? Everyone who's a little bit in investment, you know what happened, right? DeepSeek launch, and everyone panic, and then Nvidia will be shit, and ChatGPT will be shit, and then the stock goes down. And actually, after 1 month, the stock went even upper than before. So if we want to invest, we need to start learning about our emotions. Not about balances of companies, not about graphs, not about the cuenta de balances, pérdidas, ganancias. No. That's a step, definitely is something that we have to learn. But before that, you have to learn about yourself. You need to learn how you manage your emotions, understanding what do you feel and how do you feel in the moment that you're going to make an action. And that means buying and means selling. Okay? So, can you pass the next one? Because I don't have access. I would like to show you this picture. Like, I think everyone knows Picasso and Dali, amazing artists. And see, both of them, what are they painting? Are they painting an egg, right? But how Picasso, the guy on the left, is painting the egg? And how Dali is painting the egg? Completely different, right? But if you will have the chance to have met them, and you will have a question about painting, because all of them are very professional, right? If you will have a question about painting, you will go both of them to ask like, hey Picasso, I want to paint this. Like, how do you think I should paint it? And the same question will have a completely different answer. But both of them are professionals. Both of them are experts. Both of them are amazing painters, right? The same happened when we are taking advice of finance expert or whatever fucking guru expert. And that's something very important that we have to understand. You can listen people, but they don't have the right and the correct and 100% answer. So if you want to screenshot this image, because it's very, very important that you remember this topic, because self-knowledge and not, it's not about not trusting, because I would trust both of them, but they have different perception about life. Everyone see the life in different glasses, and that's something very important to consider. Now you can pass the next one. So I was saying before, it's not the market that makes you lose money, it's your reaction to it. So emotions run faster than logic, and we have to take